やっておきたい英語長文500 17脳の拡大 Starting about 1 million years ago, there was an increase in the growth of the human brain. It expanded at first at the rate of 1 cubic inch every 100,000 years. Then the growth rate doubled. It doubled again, and finally it doubled once more. 500,000 years ago, the rate of growth hit its peak. At that time, the brain was expanding at a rate of 10 cubic inches every 100,000 years. No other organ in the history of life is known to have grown as fast. What pressures generated the explosive growth of the human brain? A change of climate that set in about 2 million years ago may supply part of the answer. At that time, the world began to enter into a great ice age, the first on the planet in hundreds of millions of years. The trend toward colder weather set in slowly at first, but after a million years, areas of ice began to form in the north. They thickened into glaciers as more snow fell, and then the glaciers joined together into great sheets of ice, as much as 2 miles thick. When the ice sheets reached their maximum extent, they covered 2/3 of the North American continent, all of Britain, and a large part of Europe. Many mountain ranges were buried entirely. So much water was locked up on the land in the form of ice that the level of the Earth's oceans dropped by 300 feet. These events occurred precisely at the same time as the period of most rapid expansion of the human brain. Is this significant, or is it accidental? The movements of humans in the last million years provide a clue to the answer. At the beginning of the Ice Age, humans lived near the equator, where the climate was mild and pleasant. Later, they moved northward. From their birthplace in Africa, they moved up across Arabia, and then turned to the north and west into Europe, as well as eastward into Asia. When these early movements took place, the ice still only covered the lands in the far north. But 800,000 years ago, the ice moved southward until it covered large part of Europe and Asia. Then, for the first time, humans encountered the bone-chilling, freezing winds from the cakes of ice in the north. The climate in southern Europe had a Siberian coldness then, and summers were nearly as cold as European winters are today. In those difficult times, resourcefulness and inventiveness must be of great value. Which individual first thought of stripping the fur from dead animals to wrap around his body? Only by such inventive, imaginative acts could human beings survive a cold climate. In every generation, the individuals with strength, courage, and creativity were the ones more likely to survive the Ice Age. Those who were less resourceful fell victim to the climate and their numbers were reduced. The Ice Age, winter was the greatest challenge the human had ever faced. They were naked and defenseless against the cold, as some little mammals had been defenseless against the dinosaurs 100 million before. Facing the pressures of the hostile world, both those mammals and humans were forced to live by their wits, and both became, in their time, the most intelligent animals of the day.